believe, which I don't know, we're kind of mixed on. I know I didn't because I would never pledge to an enemy of Necrax. But besides that, it seemed like
there you are.
Seemed like he might be sort of like the guiding force on the remainder of our mission, or at least the next steps on our mission. We kind of took this as like, okay, what the hell are we going to do next? And then we went back to Milo's tree.
Pretty much. I just want to clarify some things because I don't want to give you misinformation just based on lack of time. The flux charger in the center of this cog was the caretaker of the cog, and his electricity is what kept it running. And he said there are big cogs like this under like the entire world, and it's what keeps everything in motion and working. He kept talking about someone you guys are unsure named the Mistress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Who he said he served, as well as the four main servants, champions. Sorry, four main champions: architect, emissary, protector, and builder. And asked you to find the Transcendental Observatory so that
wasn't one of them the Eye?
Architect, maybe I don't have it written down in front of me.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, architect, emissary, the Eye, and the protector.
Yeah, I think you said builder for Eye.
Yeah, whoopsies. Builder's not one. And asked you to find this Transcendental Observatory so that something didn't continue to go wrong. And we're gonna pick up as you guys are leaving this central cog, as you feel the electricity in the air behind you start to pick up even more from where it was, and there's a palpable charge to the air. This flux charger had said he was about to start this giant machine working again, so you assume that is what is happening. And at this point, you are headed over to the rope that you left dangling down so you could make your way back up. What are your guys' passive perceptions?
Remind me how to figure that?
It is 10 plus any bonus you would add to your perception.
12.
14.
11.
15.
Okay. So Milo, then you are the only one who notices as you approach this rope. There's just something off. There's something weird, something that is out of place, and you can't put your finger on it. And then you hear the slightest noise from on top of atop the rope, almost like a voice from above. You can't make out what they're saying, but it seems like there's someone up there.
Whoever's behind me, I just kind of like, shh, listen, mate. Someone up there. I kind of gesture up. You hear someone about? I don't know who's behind me, but I'll grab
That is up
Oz.
to you guys.
Oz, you hear that? Is somebody up there?
No. Do you want to yell up, maybe?
No, don't yell. Go investigate. Aren't you the sneaky one?
I can be. You want me to take point? And then I'm just gonna loop around him up the ladder.
As you make your way up the ladder, you too, as you get close to the top, hear these voices. And as you get closer and closer, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Assuming you're trying to move stealthily. Okay, 18. You manage to make it far enough that you can hear their voices, and you begin to hear these two distinct figures, but it seems like there are others beyond these two that are above. These are just the two you can make out. Take the stash and head out. Go. Get the men ready. Then there's the sound of like footsteps walking.
I'm gonna climb back down. Guys, I think there's somebody waiting for us out there.
How do you mean?
There's a bunch of voices
voices.
Footsteps.
What were they saying?
They said something about waiting for us to come out. I think they're gonna ambush us if we come out the top.
Did you get a look at him? What they look like?
No, I just heard them.
Did it sound like those kits? Those 2 kits we ran into?
Did it sound like the kits, Will?
Did not sound like the kids.
The kits?
All right. Yep.
Well, the cats were selling the map to someone, right? So presumably they'd be the people that were selling the map to, maybe.
That makes sense. That's true. What about the hooded guy? Was it the hooded guy?
I didn't. Oh,
Didn't really sound like the hooded guy, just based on audio. Could be.
Right. How many were there?
there was at least 2 talking to each other, and then I heard more footsteps. Maybe if I peered out ever so slightly, then perhaps I could get a good look, and they wouldn't see me. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna scurry back up the ladder.
Do you want to go by yourself? What if they? Okay.
If something goes wrong, I'm just gonna jump back down your guys' way, and you can catch me. And I'm gonna go up without clarifying further.
I can catch you with Featherfall.
Okay. Scurrying back up, I once again assume you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, instead of like clamoring to each individual rung, I just like stick to the side and I just travel my way up.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Go ahead and roll another stealth
as
check.
I go across it, the ladder gets cleaner underneath me as I like suck off all this dirt and shit.
It's actually kind of nice, really.
Is it a ladder or a rope? It's a rope, right? Just to
There
clarify.
is
It was a rope and then to a ladder.
Two ladders.
Yeah, the rope goes all the way up. The ladder went down about, if it's 100 feet, chasm, it went down about 70 feet, and the bottom, like 30 feet, were all rusted and broken.
And then, oh yes, stealthily, roll a stealth check.
Absolutely.
Oh, baby, 26.
26.
Wow.
All right. 26, you are easily able to make your way up, and you hear silence from outside this time. It doesn't seem like whatever was immediately there is there anymore, at least not where you can hear it. Would you like to stick your little pseudopod out?
I'm gonna get out a little feeler.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
It landed on my phone, like cocked, but it's right on a natural 20. Oh, god damn it. Oh, and I rolled so much worse. I got a 4.
Okay, 4. Seems like whatever was out here has left. You don't see anything or anyone.
I'm gonna point a finger up to him and send a message and say, "Any news? Just talk back in your head. I can hear you."
I'm gonna think to myself, oh shit, they're gone. I don't know where they went.
You said they were ready to set an ambush.
There was a whole bunch of them, I swear.
Maybe they're waiting to start an ambush.
Yeah, maybe. I can't see shit out here. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna look to the rest of the party. He doesn't see them anymore. I think they're probably laying in wait for us. I'm thinking it's probably not a good idea for him to continue any further. He could be attacked. Do we want to think about this more strategically as we exit? I know I can teleport myself, but only a short distance, so I might be able to flee should they pounce on me. But I'm also not the strongest. If I were to get hit, it would damage me greatly.
Did we rested, right?
It was a short rest.
Yes, I'm
Never a long
also
rest.
quite low on some of my. Well, I have a couple of nice spells left, but definitely running low.
Is there any other way out of this
It's been
place?
a long day for you guys, yes.
Give him the slip, maybe? Go out the side vent? Something like that?
Place seemed pretty
Yeah.
closed to
All right,
me as far as I could tell.
I mean, I have some bits of a convoluted plan, but it mostly involves me. So if we want this to be more of a group participatory thing, you guys should go ahead. remember that that tube I crawled up? I didn't go all the way. Maybe I could come out the other side, cause a distraction.
But we did fix that tube, right?
Yeah,
Looked
that's right.
Well, yeah, well, kinda.
Yeah.
There's still cracks. I can weasel.
Well, you would be by yourself, and I can only send the message if I know your direction. So it could be difficult for us to communicate.
And like I said, it's hard being the only guy who can squeeze through narrow spaces.
It's a very unique talent.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know.
Well-
Maybe we could beat them. We got Fedor. We got here. They're pretty big guys. Kind of give them the rough and tumble. You know. Could
What?
work.
What was the layout outside of the opening?
So the opening, you had to like dig 10 feet down to get to this trapdoor. So you're in like sort of a crater. That's the word I'm looking for. You're in like this big crater, with like the pile of dirt that you guys took out beside it. Then there's like a couple down trees, a couple rocks, and it's like a clearing in the forest, basically.
How big is
Come
that thing?
Not huge. Let me check actually, so I get you the right number.
Crater might give us cover, but we'd be going up a ladder. Kind of be exposed, maybe.
I could teleport myself to the tree line if it's not too far.
Could be good.
I can create a fog.
Oh,
That could
now
be
you're
good too.
talking.
That's
really good.
perfect.
Then we definitely give them the slit there.
Let's go. Fog, teleport, bum rush. We'll get them from so many different angles.
Yeah.
Their whole plan of trying to jump us is failed.
Don't forget, though, a fog will also limit our sight, right? So we need to be very clear on where we're heading. North, east, let's pick a direction and all try and venture that same way. Splitting the party never works well.
Well, we could go to my house. We could go to my tree. They'd be unlikely to find that, I think.
But do we
Do
want to
I
go
know-
there straight because then we could be leading them there? Perhaps we should start the other direction. If we lose them, wrap back around.
I mean, I know these woods good, but if you guys get lost, maybe I'd have to come find you. But we could try it, yeah. Give them the slip the other way. Kind of lead them off.
I would think that that's our best course of action. How many of these fogs can you make?
We're trying to make more than one. As far as I know, about 20 foot, give or take.
How long does it last?
Well, I've done it up to an hour. Not sure if it lasts any
Long
longer.
time.
The,
Okay.
The wall is temporary. Once we hit the surface, everybody cheese it. I think we got a good shot at this.
I'm
I
gonna
think so too.
I'm gonna draw in the dirt where we're at. If I can recall, like, kind of where we're at. Wait, we don't have the map anymore, right? It's all in my head, right? Okay. Can I draw where we're at and at least give these guys an indication of, like, this is where my house is. If you get separated, you go here. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Sure. Do you have proficiency with cartographer's tools by any chance?
nah. No,
Uh,
I don't.
Roll a survival check.
Okay.
At disadvantage because you're trying to draw a map.
Yeah.
It's
Alright.
pretty difficult. It's also part of the allure of your house is its secluded location that people are not likely to find.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 15.
15?
With disadvantage, yeah.
You think that it's a pretty decent map. Of course, the onus is more on them to see if they can remember where it's leading, but it seems simple enough. You have drawn out a couple different landmarks around.
Don't go to that swamp. You don't want to be there. Big old crocodile guy. He's not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You think it gives them a pretty good idea of where they're going.
So maybe like create the fog. We could go out in a certain order and head a certain direction. We need to figure out which direction though. We need to be all on the same page.
Yeah.
Maybe even have rope that we can all hold.
Another problem is
Big
if I'm
fall.
going to try to teleport, I need to be able to see where I'm teleporting to. If the fog's there, I won't be able to use my teleportation. Though, I think the fog is a better plan anyway. So,
Well,
just letting you know.
might be able to clear the fog and teleport after that.
But I can only teleport myself and only a short distance. So, let's keep that on the back burner. I'll keep my spells for offensive capability.
All right.
To answer your question, the clearing is about 70 feet.
Outside the crater before we would get to woods.
No, the crater is about halfway through. So going in the direction of the woods,
Like 35 either way or something.
30-ish.
It's not too bad. We can do that quick.
Okay, so that's most of the. I can fog most of it.
So
Preferably fogging the side we're going to.
Well, what I could do is fog more towards the direction that we're going to go, but still covering the entire opening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
This will give us almost 20 foot towards the woods.
I like it.
It's
Sounds
20
good.
feet in diameter.
Aye. Radius sphere.
So,
You know,
40.
like
it can cover the entire way to the woods. Because the diameter is 40 feet.
That's perfect.
all right.
Sounds
We
good.
place it, we run in one straight direction. When we pop out the other side, we'll take a quick head count, and then we'll keep moving.
Here's the thing. I think we should all be as close as possible when we call the fog. It's obviously going to draw their attention. We don't want to be, on the bottom of this rope, right?
Yeah.
We want to be right there when we call the fog. So I say Fedor goes first, gets up, immediately calls fog. We all chase after him.
Okay.
I could
I'd
go
wait.
second. I'm a bit quick. I assume maybe I'll be quicker than most of you, and maybe if I see someone trying to attack, I can even pop off a shot on the way out. We'll see.
So sounds great. Another thing to keep in mind: if you are assaulted, stopped, start letting the party know. Scream, shout, something.
Sounds good. Which way is it to my house so that we know we're going to run the opposite direction, right?
Yes, I don't have my map in front of me, so I'm not sure of the exact direction, but
Feel
you know
like
the
it's
direction.
southwest, so we need to run northeast.
Whatever you say will treat as true.
All right,
Since
so
you
let's go northeast, and we're going to hit the woods, and then we'll loop back around. Give them the old slip.
Perfect. Which
You'll
way's
chase us.
north?
Anybody got a compass or something?
Good question.
Well, that's
Man,
pretty-
those cartography tools would really
Should be-
come in handy.
Should
I'm
be
gonna-
pretty easy. Use the sky, right? You can look up, see where the sun's at.
I'm gonna pull
Just
out
not
my
look.
world map, and it has just a compass rose on the bottom, and I'm just gonna point.
Perfect. Yes, that'll work.
Looks like it's up.
I pull out my little bag of sand, my ink.
I'm kind of digging through my bag.
As long as we get in the
Brew
woods.
some beer when we get there, but it ain't gonna help us to get there.
Hold on. This is a great idea.
As long as we get in the woods, I think I can get us back. As long as we get clear of them, we can find our way back.
The woods are the least of my worries. These assailants. I'm not ready for another fight.
I'm gonna look at everyone. We got this. Yes, and I'm gonna start up.
I'm gonna give out a less self-assured. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys trying to be stealthy or just going for it?
I'll
Stealthy, at least until we
Yeah.
get to the top, right? Yeah.
I'll be stealthy.
Right, so then I need everybody who's going up to roll a stealth check for me.
I'll go fourth, if that works. Maybe Almond behind me is protection.
Yes, you should also decide in order now, too. I thank you for reminding me.
Fedor, Oz,
Yeah.
Milo, sorry, fuck, I know. Amim? Nope, Apoy. It's the other A, and then Amim.
I like it.
I'm just gonna do this when I roll a natural 20 because that's exactly what it looks like.
That's
Oh,
so
cool.
sick.
Did you roll it?
And
Oh, nice. Maybe that'll count out mine, because mine is a 3.
Maybe it'll counteract mine because mine's a natural 1.
Oh.
Fog.
22 for
I
me.
couldn't see him falling down. All right.
Pardon me, mates. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a 22, a 20, a natural 1, a 3, and
A 19.
I think
okay,
the one that gave all the
1, 3. Okay. As you guys are reaching the top here, there's a rung, Fedor, that none of you had caught on the way down. That seems to be just completely rusted over, and as you put your hand on it and pull, it just snaps out of place, and you grab onto the side, manage to hold yourself on, but the bar drops, falls down, hits Milo on the head. Milo,
Oh God.
that's
Steady
going to be
on.
2
Ah.
points of bludgeoning damage, and as Milo sort of calls out, it careens down below. Luckily, however, Amem at the bottom is able to reach out and grab this bar before it hits against the floor, making a loud noise and assumedly alerting people. You're unsure if anyone heard what's, the screaming and the breaking and falling, but they did not hear the loud metal impact.
I'm
It's
gonna
not part of the
immediately.
plan.
I'm gonna immediately point at Fedor and message, pick up the pace. Like, let's go.
Okay. Oh, okay. What is component S?
Somatic.
Oh. That's right.
So it's like moving your hands.
Nimbly bimbly.
Fucking wonderful. Okay. I'll figure out a way to perch myself so I can kind of low tone, make some verbal and some hand tones, and I don't have anything kind of prepared for what I say, but the word Thor is going to be in there a couple of times.
Hell yeah!
And then I'm just gonna present my hands up, and this fog is gonna just pour out of just right above my palms, and it's just gonna just start coming out.
Suddenly, the air around this crater is just completely covered with fog. And as this happens, I need everyone to roll initiative as the chase has begun.
I got a 12.
I got a-
16.
I got a 19.
Garrick, I like your plant.
I think I got a 12 for Oz, 16 for Fedor, 19 for Milo, 8 for Apoy,
19.
and another 19. All right.
Oh, go ahead.
No, please, you go ahead.
No, it was not D&D related. I was gonna milk the time. You're good. Go.
Okay. Amem, you are up first, I believe, as you are crawling up and this fog has erupted. Currently, you are trapped on the ladder as no one has been able to
He's literally the last one to
get
goes
out yet.
first.
You're the fastest, though. So, is there anything you'd like to do as you are chilling out your time in this ladder?
I guess no. If I'll hold a movement, I suppose. So once like the line moves, once all of us start moving, I'll just have that held movement action and then just be
Sure.
ready to go.
You can't hold your movement, but you can hold the dash action. So it'll just be your regular pace to move, essentially.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. In that case, Milo, up next. Anything?
Do you guys know off the top of your head, does shillelagh, or is anyone familiar with that? Does it like illuminate an object as well?
No,
Okay.
I believe it just hardens
think
an
so.
object.
Okay. Well, in that case, with my quarterstaff, I don't know if I have to have it like in my hand. I guess I'm gonna have that out while I'm climbing, and I'm gonna cast shillelagh on it. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like beaming with light or something.
Sure.
Just be like,
It has no
"Come on,
magical,
mates, let's go!"
light
And I'll like kind of nudge whoever's ahead of me, like in the butt, like, "Come on!"
Okay. Next up, following your turn, you hear shouting, "Hey, where'd all this fog come from? I can't see a thing!" And it seems like a cacophony of voices from above.
Can I count how many?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
18.
18. Sounds like 5 distinct voices.
I hear 5.
So we could take him. Let's get up there.
Try.
Fedor, you are up next. What would you like to do? Nothing? Just sit there? Okay. Just kidding.
Oh, I'm gonna sit here and eat my protein bar. I will scurry out and head into the fog. I'm gonna lay down a rope. I'm gonna let the rope fall down. I'm gonna hold on to the end of it, and I'm gonna start walking the direction we're supposed to be walking, pulling the rope with me so somebody else can grab a hold of it and follow me by rope.
Okay. There is 100 feet of rope, so just in case it comes up, that is how much rope there is.
If we are behind Fedor, do we, and if we have can we hold movement? Can we move?
You can hold your dash action. So you can just move at your normal rate.
Okay, gotcha.
Fedor, are you just running or are you dashing?
No, I'm not gonna really go that far. I want to try to make sure people get out and don't need help.
Gotcha. Okay.
How far can we see him before you can no longer make him out behind the fog?
Great question. Does it
It
say
doesn't
in the spell?
say in the spell. No.
Let me look at it.
Area is heavily obscured. That's all it says. As far as like
So I
density.
assume like
Heavily
almost
obscured.
nowhere.
So we need to look up heavily obscured.
Maybe.
Sounds like a couple
Such
of
as
feet.
darkness, opaque fog blocks vision entirely. A creature effectively suffers from the blinded condition.
Oh, so as
So
soon
we
as
can't
he
even like see our hands in front of our faces.
Yeah.
as soon as he
that's-
climbs out of the hole, he just disappears into the swirling mist.
Holy shit.
That's so cool.
You can tell me what I can and can't do of what I'm gonna offer. I'm gonna hold the rope, my left hand, and I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'm going to offer my hand over the hole. So as somebody, they wouldn't be able to see it, I guess, because the fog is covering that whole area, basically at the level of the hole, from what I understand, and maybe like a foot or two opposite the way we're going to go. So when somebody climbs out, they're going to bump into my hand. If that's my action, then I'm going to say that I'll do that. If I can hold an action, such as grabbing my hammer and bashing whoever attacks me, then I would, but I don't know if I'm able to do that with everything I'm doing.
I would say that if you're holding your hand out in anticipation of someone coming up, that sounds like you're holding an action to me.
Okay.
Because you're waiting for that trigger of the person coming up. So I
Okay.
would say assisting them would be your held action. And
Okay.
I'd say it would give them a speed boost, essentially.
Got it.
If
Okay.
that's what you're interested in doing.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Sounds good. So you guys see as Fedor disappears into the mist, all of a sudden the rope next to you starts moving upwards into the mist as if something is pulling it. Oz, you are up next.
I am actually I'm just gonna go up there, and I'm assuming I run into his hand, but I really don't. I'm actively rejecting any help as I get up there, because I think I'm gonna be able to make it to the other side of the fog. So I don't even want to fool around with being in this fog. So I'm gonna run first 30 feet northeast.
Okay. And how big is this fog, Dan?
So it's a 40-foot sphere, I guess. I didn't read that right.
The center of it is this tube, is that correct? This shaft?
I'm sorry, say again.
The center of the sphere is the center of the crater, right?
No.
No.
So I created the fog from, if our hole is here and we're going this way, most of the fog is going to be that way with only a couple of feet of it back here. So basically, I blew it out the way we're going.
I got you. Sorry, I
want the fog to
misunderstood.
obscure the whole hole, so they will suspect we're coming out of there, but they won't be able to see it.
I got you now. Okay. And what's your movement speed, Oz?
30.
30? Okay, so I'll say you just make it to the edge of this fog and get one of your pseudopods out, enough that you can see. You see two different humanoid figures sort of standing and shouting in this direction that seem to be outside the fog, about 20 feet away from you.
Okay, and how far is the tree line?
The tree line is you're at the tree line essentially with this fog.
Okay, so could I sort of back to a tree, lean up for cover?
You sure could.
And then I want to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
Do I roll a stealth or do I just?
Yes, please.
Okay. 12. So I hope
the
combat obscures me a bit. And then I'm going to use my action to hold an attack with my my crossbow. I'm holding it out, and I will launch it at one of these individuals if they see us coming out of the fog. So I'm not going to fire the shot that gives us away, but if we get found out, I will then shoot at them.
Sounds good. So you tuck up your body perfectly, taking the form of this tree behind you, completely covering you, and you cock your crossbow ready in case anything goes wrong. Following that, you hear from within the fog a voice that yells, "They're making a run for it! Grab them! Shake them down! Take what you can! Kill the rest!" And Fedor, you feel a whoosh as something goes by you. You're not sure if they can see you or not, but something came in your general direction.
You muted.
Apoy, you're next up.
Dan, did you want to say something? Because you're muted there.
Sorry. Did it feel like something small, or did it feel like a whole body walked by?
It felt like there was a whiz that went with it, like it was some sort of dart or projectile.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to use Detect Thoughts, and I'm going to use it to detect the presence of thinking creatures that I can't see within 30 feet around me.
That's badass.
It can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead will block my feeling. I also can't detect creatures with intelligence lower than 3 or that don't speak any language.
This is Detect Thoughts?
It is.
Badass. I didn't realize that was even a use of the spell until right now.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Yeah.
that either. That's fucking sick.
What can I say?
But yeah. Okay, you do sense the presence of 4 creatures within that 30 feet of you. Sorry, 5.
But
Before I meant 5. The 5th one seems different than the rest. There's something odd. It's on a different pattern, a different wavelength than the other ones. You're not entirely sure. If you wanted to probe with that spell, you might be
I
able to
will.
find out more. But
I'll probe the weird one.
okay, is that a wisdom save?
It is a wisdom save. Well, I guess I automatically learn its surface thoughts without having to do
Oh,
any.
its surface thoughts are amateurs. This is what they send me to work with. We've got to catch them. Got to bring in this payload. Gotta.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still actually no, because I want to be able to get out of here. I'm actually going to not. Nah, I'll probe him. Why the hell not? I already used my action anyway.
Okay. That wisdom save. Every fucking existence open here. Is 12.
A 12 is not good enough. 13 is the save. So I gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Sweet.
Okay.
Good
Can
job.
you read those to me one at a time, and I will answer them as they come?
Insight into its reasoning.
Uh, it seems to have been sent here on a mission. It seems to owe a favor to someone or be in someone's debt.
Do I know who?
Uh, no, but you sense the presence of an obligation in its mind.
Okay.
It's not
Its
actively
emotional state.
of that at the moment. So, its emotional state, you said?
Yes.
Annoyance.
Okay. And something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries about, loves, or hates.
Okay. It worries about being found out, about what its presence could reveal. And it's at this point it clicks and you realize why you've been interpreting this on a different wavelength because as you are probing in and you're delving into its mind, you realize that this creature has not been thinking in common. It's been thinking in abyssal this whole time. And
Oh
you've been able to
shit.
interpret it, but that is what the weird alien
Hmm.
nature of this thoughts are.
Good to know. Okay. Um, well, I still have Milo ahead of me, so I suppose I can't really move. So I'll just stay here. I will like whisper to the party around me. There are 5 of them, and I'm gonna give like their approximate locations, and I'm like, try and avoid those spots. But if you can wait and follow me, and I can keep, you know, I can keep seeing kind of roughly where they are, and you can follow me through the fog, and hopefully we can get out of here without interrupting them. Also, one of them seems different. It speaks in a dark language, something evil.
Okay.
I'm right here.
And I am going to maintain concentration on the spell.
Sounds good. That'll bring us back to Amim. Amim, you're still stuck down here on the ladder. You haven't
Who's
been able to
next on the
move.
ladder?
You are
Yeah.
next.
Can I use my held dash to just move some basic?
Oh, that's right. I completely
Yeah.
forgot that you did that. Yes.
That way I'm not just sitting on Amim's head and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Okay, would it have been possible for him to retroactively do that before my turn so I could also move?
Yes, it would have kicked immediately.
Okay.
That's my bad. I forgot that you
After
did that.
okay, cool. Yeah. I'll go up and if Fedor's hand is right, if I can, if that's the
Yeah,
next step in the
Fedor
process.
is holding his action to help you up. So I
Okay.
will say you gain the benefit of an taking the dash action without actually having to take it. Double your movement, essentially, since he's pulling you.
Okay.
Yes.
If I don't use it right now, will I lose that bonus?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's just spur of the moment. He's like,
Just kind of like
he
chucking
reaches
me
down,
out.
grabs you, yanks you out, and
I
like
think,
basically throws you in the direction.
yeah, if he kind of throws me, I kind of like start to go and then kind of stop on my heels, just thinking about how like there's something out here that's like maybe abyssal or something, like something. I don't know. Like I think Milo's afraid, and he's gonna like wait, and I might even like start to walk backwards towards Fedor, just because I don't want to be out in the fog with that thing. He said there was something in the fog. Something we don't like. I'll
Okay.
wait. I'm gonna wait for these guys. I'm not
You're
going
just
by
gonna
myself.
wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm not going by myself. Nope.
Okay. Apoy, where would you have liked to have gotten with your movement retroactively?
Do I think that there's a way for me to move through the fog without interacting with any of these creatures?
Yes, but it will take a stealth check. I'll give it to you with advantage, though, since you are constantly aware of their presence and what they're thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up some of the rope that we had. I guess I'll just take it from Fedor because you still have the end, right, Fedor?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be like, hey, hand me that,
Yeah, I'll give you the end. That way you can lead.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it slack so I can kind of lead, like make a path with it. And I'm
Mhm.
like, follow me exactly, and I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, roll a stealth check with advantage.
I intend to follow him whenever I
Roll
get a
two
chance.
15s, so
Okay,
that is a 16 with my +1.
16.
I'll bring up the rear so that I know everybody's gotten out and doesn't need help, and I'll follow from behind.
I think Amim's still on the ladder.
Yeah.
Constantly aware of what each of these creatures are thinking and exactly what it's perceiving, you weave your way through this maze. It's almost like having a little mini map in your
Yeah,
mind. Where you can see, like,
basically.
the little red dots of people moving. At one point, you like step on a twig and it cracks, and someone turns their attention. So you immediately like dart away, picking up that they are on their way, and sort of loop all the way around them to get through. And eventually, you make it to the edge of the tree line, right where Ozhuse is.
Oh, great. I see Oz.
You would be able to see him from this angle, yes, unless he is actively trying to hide himself from both sides.
It's like that
You're,
scene in X-Men.
you're a sight for sore eyes. I'll drop the rope to keep it slack here and just like run up and like kind of like stand next to Oz.
Milo, then would you have used your movement to go with him since
I
he
think
technically
so.
did that before you? Okay,
As
great.
close as I could follow him, yeah, I would for
And
sure.
I'm also going to fill Oz in on what I saw. I'm going to give him the full rundown. Like, oh, there's 5 of them. I heard their thoughts. One of them speaks abyssal. The whole 9.
Great. And it's just as you're finishing this sentence up that Milo pops through the trees, right next to you.
All right, I made it. Good job, mate. Knew we could do it.
Nice. Just the 2 of them then.
Where are the others?
Amin was behind me. He should be out soon.
Speaking of Amim, now we get to your turn, and the ladder is completely clear.
Very nice. That's what I've been waiting on. I'm ready to go with my held action.
Okay. In your held action was movement, so you make it up. And I'll say you follow the rope that Apoy has left out for you kindly, and at the beginning of your turn, you also pop through this fog into the tree line.
I still have like a full action, bonus action, and movement, right?
Correct.
I would like to hold an attack action to just in case anything pops out that I don't recognize. Just like, break my fan axe in 2 and be ready.
Sure. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think so.
Okay. Milo, in that case, we are back to you.
I'm just gonna chill. I'm not going to. You know what? If I have time and I can see in any direction, I'd like to find my bearings and kind of get a feel for like which direction we need to go as soon as these guys are out of the fog.
Sure. Roll a survival check with advantage because you know these woods like the back of your hands, and you've navigated this wood before running away from things. So you know
16.
16. You think you've got a pretty good idea of exactly which direction to head. It's almost a straight shot, but there are little secrets of the forest and trails and passageways that will essentially put you at a better chance than them getting there quickly.
Very good.
At that point, it is their turn. The two that are outside of the fog are going to roll perception checks to try and see if you guys are coming out. Wow, those are like the two worst rolls I've ever seen. Seemingly oblivious, one of them actually charges into the fog, yelling, "I got him! I got them! They're over here!" And seems to be traveling in the opposite direction of you guys. Fedor, you are the only one still in the fog. You hear movement from all around you.
I
He's getting closed in.
Yeah. I imagine myself like continually updating the party, like, okay, they're still not coming, like they're moving around these way, trying to get like a general bearing. Obviously, Fedor can't hear me, but everyone else.
My plan was to follow the last man out. So if I lose track of Amim, then I will. Is it Amim or Amin? The first one? Okay. I'll put another hump on that. Then I will follow the rope out, but I'll do so cautiously if there's a lot of movement. And considering the whatever whoosh past my head the first time.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a percentile die for me as you make your way out. So 1d100.
We should grab the rope too. So I don't
And
fall
a
out.
stealth check.
I rolled 10%.
Is
And
stealth was still with advantage, or is it not?
His stealth roll is not with advantage, no.
16 for stealth.
Okay.
Decent.
You following this rope, which the end of which is still being held, and so you sense that you're getting little communication from the other side, like pulling at certain points and letting go and becoming taut. And as you begin to follow this, you make your way out of the tree line as well, with the rest of the party here. That's
Okay.
All right. Good job. Good job.
I get out and I look at everybody and I'm like, yes, but I do it quietly.
I imagine myself like almost hugging him and then being like, good job.
Guys, that was great. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no shit. Lead on, Milo.
Somebody grab that rope. We don't want them following out.
I was just gonna
This
leave
way.
it. Dude,
Leave it?
we really.
All right, we can leave it. Let's just go.
It's just rope.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna scurry like through the underbrush and kind of like lead a path.
Okay. I need everyone to make me one last stealth check as Milo leads the way here, taking you back in the direction of his tree.
My stealth is not great tonight.
14.
26. I'm making us quieter by association.
Yeah. I am still trying to keep my, obviously, I guess outside of 30 feet, I can no longer hear their thoughts, but still trying to keep updated on where their positions are and things.
I got an 8.
Okay. Amen?
10.
Okay. And Fedor?
4.
Okay.
We showed those idiots.
We're gone now.
It's not the cleanest exit of all, but as you run past, the more perceptive of you notice that at least this one that is remaining outside the fog doesn't really seem like the most effective sentry or soldier at all. In fact, there's something very domestic about them. You get just in a glancing look as you pass by. But you do all manage to stealthily make your way off into the woods, and in about forgot how long it takes to get here, but in about an hour or so, you manage to make your way back to Milo's hut, seemingly having lost them, to your knowledge.
I don't want to try to specifically screw us over here, but the fog cloud is my range is 120 feet. So after I pass 120 feet and it's a concentration spell, what do we
That's
got
just
going
for
on?
casting, I believe. I believe you can only cast it within 120 feet, but you can be further away if you're concentrating.
Okay, all right. That was kind of my question.
Yeah.
I'll say,
I don't know if that's the official ruling, but that's how I will treat it.
Sounds cool to me.
That's fine. So I'll stay concentrating on it, so that by the time I'm not able to concentrate on it anymore, then it'll just kind of disperse naturally, hopefully.
All right. Well, if we don't run into any trouble, I don't probe, but I read the surface thoughts of all my party members.
Sweet.
Okay, could you guys fill in with your surface thoughts, please?
Oh, that was fucking close. Oh, man. I am too fucking fat. I gotta lose a little bit of weight. Why? Shit.
Oh yeah, I stopped listening to Fado.
Amin's service thoughts would be in Draconic. So, how would that affect the spell?
I think he can still for reasons you may not fully understand. Well, he can read your thoughts. He interpreted he could still I did let
It's
myself
not like
go with this one, didn't I?
it's
say-
It's a vibe,
more of
right?
like,
It's like a feeling.
Yeah,
right,
I'll
is it
say
more of that
part
than
of
like
this
internal
spell means
dialogue?
that you can interpret. Otherwise, this wouldn't work.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
So he can interpret the draconic thoughts, or no?
I will say he can interpret thoughts in other languages. Otherwise, it would be an unnecessary nerf to the spell.
Yeah, it doesn't really say anything, but
That's an ongoing debate about.
I think it's
I
just
mean,
because
yeah, do you
thoughts
think in
are
language
more
or do you
complex.
think in images and stuff?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're conveying feelings.
It's like a
and
feeling and an emotion and an
I-
image and.
The
didn't mean to
language thing was
at all.
not really part of a spell. I
mean,
thought
it
it would be
makes
a
sense,
cool
like,
reveal. So
there would be nuances for people who spoke a different language of their
yeah,
thoughts.
I
for
probably
sure,
wouldn't
like-
get as clear of thoughts
Yeah.
as someone who speaks English or common or whatever. But like, I'm sure I could still get the gist. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So what are you thinking, Amin?
I suppose the actual like verbiage would be like, "Oh, I'm very glad we made it out of that. I was afraid I'd be dead weight on the party. My mass. I don't know if I need to lose some weight or not."
I think it's
I don't
almost a
think
little
that-
bit
I
of a
don't
shock
think
to me
that
to hear you think so articulately compared to like how you speak, and I'm just like, oh, so he's not a total dumbass. He just doesn't speak common. Got it.
I'm thinking, holy shit, that was really fun. I could like do this now. Like this would be so cool. Huh? I gotta think about this. Maybe this is my life.
Okay.
I'm thinking like very specifically, like I'm thinking to Roscoe, which is like the little coyote like pelt that's on my head, that's like his face, and I'll be like, "That was pretty fun, Roscoe. These guys are pretty great, pretty good friends. Hope they don't realize how slow I am. It's a good thing I'm in the front. What are you thinking? Purple potatoes? Maybe red potatoes? We can make all sorts of stuff for them when we get home. They're gonna be so hungry. It's gonna be great." I'm like thinking of like recipes for like what to feed you guys.
All right, I will cut the spell there, and as we're walking, I'll be like, who's Roscoe? To Milo.
I'll like stop in my tracks and be like, "Oh, well, this is Roscoe. He's my mate. Well, he was my mate. He's my mate." Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll just let him keep going.
All right, and then I'm just gonna keep going.
Taking loops here and there and side, trails and going off the beaten path. You do make your way back, and it's about at this point that you wind up back at Milo's house, executing one of the most earned encounter skips ever.
I'm a fan.
I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't do that arcane recovery with the short rest to get my second level spell slot back. So I was happy to get that.
Will, what time of day is it right now?
Ooh, great question. You guys left at I don't remember.
You can say any number and we'll believe you.
I'm gonna say it's
Agreed.
the sun's
were
going
underground.
down at this point.
Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna like let the adults kind of decide what we're doing, and I'm gonna in the meantime just try to make I know they can't all fit in my tree, so like if I have any like chairs that I've made or just any comfortable like bedding where they can sit, and just kind of be concealed by like the shrubbery and bushes and the vines and stuff around my house, and I'm just gonna go cook food, and I'm gonna go like cook purple potatoes and like cattail roots and just like garlic and onions and just like all the stuff. I'm gonna cook it up, and hopefully it'll be good.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a survival check with advantage. Just we'll see how good the food is.
Oh man, I rolled a nat 1 and then a 7. Ugh. Sorry guys. So it's gonna be 12.
Great.
Okay.
Milo.
It's still decent. It's been a long day, and you don't necessarily have the
Yeah.
time to invest that you normally would in cooking meals this variety, but it's good food, and it hits the spot after a very long day.
While he's cooking, I'm going to find a spot and I'm going to take off my armor. Probably the first time that I'm out of my armor since anybody's seen me. And I am just this fucking hulking of dwarf. I mean, you've seen the little picture of the dude, but that's him. He's just fucking ripped.
Totally
He's
swole.
got a belly. You got a beer belly, but he's fucking ripped. He's even got like the creases of the abs in this part of his belly that sticks out a little bit.
Have you seen the Thor in the new God of War game? That's like the same concept. He's like big, but he's also built.
Yeah.
He is voiced by Josh Brolin, Thanos.
Oh, really? So, I'm going to pull out of my pack. I pull out my hammer, and I set my hammer down, and then I pull out of my pack this little net, and I hook it onto the other end of my hammer on the handle side. And then, is there anything around like rocks or anything like that? Or
I would say yes, if Milo would agree.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm gonna fill this net with rocks, and I'm gonna kind of hold on to the hammer a little bit and kind of play with it a little bit. And then once I have it the way I want, I'm gonna go up to my hammer and I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna start doing curls. And then when I'm done doing curls, I'm going to start doing military presses, and then I'm going to do bench presses. I'm going to lay down. I'm just going to work out like a mofo for the entire time until before we eat. And I'm going to look like a workout addict while I'm at it. And I'm looking at everybody else like they're stupid for standing there or whatever they're doing.
Just wasting time, yeah. Will, if I cook food, I want to make sure that the fire is concealed like within the tree. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't not like we're here, like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Luckily, you already have an oven built for that express purpose. Yeah. Or not an oven, but
yeah, no, that'll work. Yeah.
These are all things you've accounted for in the past.
Oh yeah, definitely staying off the hidden or off the trail.
So, what do you guys think? That was pretty weird. Something about some sort of people who run the world. I don't know, something like that.
So the laws of nature are laws because these underground houses are running the place?
I mean, that's what he would like us to believe, at least.
Hey, I
Though
got a question I'm just sending out here. Who is this mistress? Keep hearing about her. I'm not even sure who she is.
I assume some kind of god.
Okay,
Goddess, I should
so
say.
none of us know?
No clue.
I thought maybe I was just missing something.
Well, if she's a god, she's under Thor.
Of course.
I can ask him.
Cool.
Oh man, that smells. Okay.
Smells earthy. So, I know some of you have agreed to join me on my quest. To be honest, this isn't exactly where I thought my quest would lead, but my dreams have never led me astray before, and they led me to you all. So I believe that there must be some fate in it.
You know,
I say we continue.
I'm always sort of the forging my own path kind of a guy. So, you know, we don't have to be bound to this. We could go figure out this cog situation, the Transcendental Observatory, and we can also do some other activities for just us.
I like the sound of that.
Because, like, you know, if it was that urgent, you know, why are they getting us to do it? You know what I mean?
Well, that's true. But it was weird that the place was shut down. That's probably not great. Also, I mean, if it wasn't even working, and it seemed like the Earth was still fine, maybe it's all a bunch of hooey anyway. But that
Hey,
dude was made out of lightning.
That is true. Oh, speaking of, Fedor, I mean, what do you think about all this? Does Thor account in his teachings for big gears underneath the surface of the Earth?
It's a good question.
Well, first of all, hooey is about the lowest word I've heard you use so far. I kind of like it.
I suppose I'm getting more comfortable with you all. Although we've done nothing comfortable yet, it feels as though bonds forged in flame are usually the strongest.
I'd agree with that. As long as we get those fucking cats. I don't care.
Oh
where
yeah,
we go.
cats. That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. As far as gears in the Earth, Thor never said a fucking thing about those. Not one fucking thing about stupid gear.
If it was really important, you think he probably would have mentioned it to you, right?
Well,
Oh, do you
it
have
likes
anything?
electricity.
Sorry, do you have anything about gears in your books? Right? Don't you have 4 written accounts of other people who have lived?
No. My previous lives are something I'm learning about slowly, but I do take very diligent notes of every dream that I've ever had, yes.
And nothing about gears in there?
Oh, I'm sure there will be some, but it'll take me a long time to sift through it all. Nothing immediately comes to mind, though. Does it, Will?
Gears have not been a strong motif. There are definitely dreams you've had where gears are present, but it's nothing you immediately think of as anything
Yes,
dramatic.
I'll do a detailed searching of my dream journals this evening, but usually my dreams are more focused on my quest. So I say let's catch the cats. Seems like objective number 1. Fedor says before we do that, he's not even able to join my quest, which is very important to me.
I like the way you think.
Now, do we have any leads on the cats? I don't remember, really.
I knew a guy who knew them.
That's something.
That's something. Yeah.
They weren't very good fighters, it seemed. We kind of kicked their ass, so I feel like we could definitely kick their ass again.
They are pussies.
Exactly.
I think I'm confident in us in a combative sense. I think our planning is second to none. We have a lot of room for schemes here in this group. I'm seeing.
Yes, just think when Amim can talk to us, that'll be even better. By the way, we need to figure that out. There are magical items that allow for this communication, I believe. That's our
Me-
we need to study up on Draconic.
Know how to talk.
Yes, but I assume you're more eloquent in your own language.
Yep.
So I think another good goal would be to get some way to communicate more efficiently with him. That or I can study Draconic, but it will take me some time. Though I do know many languages, it is always difficult to get fully up to speed. Well, if I set my mind on us catching these cats, it's very likely that a dream will lead us there. So I just need to sleep, and then it shouldn't be a problem. Unless I don't have a dream. Then it's on you guys.
What if I have a dream?
From what I hear, most other people's dreams are meaningless, but it could be possible that your dream would lead us there as well. Maybe my powers are rubbing off on you.
No, I've just never had a dream before. Every time I go to sleep, I just get the feeling of non-existence. You know, the feeling of when before you were born. That.
The fuck? The
What,
fuck
you guys
is that?
don't do that? Is that not dreams?
That sounds fucking awful.
I just thought this was ever. Is this not normal?
I have no
You
memories from
humans
between my lives.
Have some
Just
strange hang-ups.
You
Just need
dream.
you just need a nice dwarvish woman cuddle you at night. You'll have dreams.
Me dream of singing and instruments.
Aye.
What's
She's a
your
good
favorite
woman.
song?
She'll make you sing.
Yep.
You're a big fella, though. Might need a couple. Maybe 3. Never done 3 at once myself, but two's
You
Well-
chicks at the same time.
better not drink much that night. Just all I'm saying, just saying.
I've never been with a woman. Not in this life, anyway.
What the fuck?
Yeah, me either
Oh,
for that
shit. We need to alter the quest.
one. It's a new quest to find some maidens.
But in my previous lives, well, at least in 2 of my lives, I was good with women, even. I had many women. My most recent life was not a failure.
So
on all
I have
fronts.
a question. You
Mhm.
guys are talking about these creatures. You call them women. What makes
Yes.
them that different from human?
No, they're also humans.
Oh, well, then what are
sexually
you?
dimorphous
Are you
species.
women?
No, we're men.
Well, what's the difference?
Well,
Oh.
we produce sexually. Therefore, there are 2 people required to make another person.
Yep.
Wait, you mean
I'm gonna like peek out the window and be like, "You guys getting on all right? What are you talking about?"
Oh, it's getting
Fucking-
swirly in here, Lassie.
Milo? How do you reproduce?
All right then. I'm just gonna disappear and go back to cooking.
So are there just like animals around in this place?
Yeah.
There are at least 2 that you know of.
Okay, are they like just next to us, like walking around? and stuff?
They're both nocturnal. They have not
Oh.
quite gotten up for the night yet.
Wait, where are
That's
they?
good.
What animals are they? Isn't there an owl?
There's Albus the owl and There's the raccoon that lives in
Yeah.
the.
I'm gonna say Milo.
You're right.
Wait, actually, where's that owl friend of yours? Are they hanging
I
about
can't
here?
hear you, mate. I'm in here, mate.
Hey, where's your owl friend? Are they hanging around?
Oh, Albus, he's up there. I'm gonna kind of like lean out the window and kind of point up. He's probably still asleep. Be up pretty soon though.
He's sleeping?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna,
If you
excuse
come up
me,
this way,
and I'm gonna get
come
out
this
the
way.
table.
You can go meet him. You can come up this way through there, and then you can go right out.
Oh, right, thanks. Shh. And I'm gonna go up there. Will, I'd like to sneak up on this sleeping owl.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
14.
He's like one of those. Is it a barn owl? Like the kind of the ones with the oval white faces. Yeah. I drew a picture of him.
What?
That's what he looks like.
Hold on, because I would not be surprised if a 14.
Yeah, that's a
is-
barn owl.
Yeah, he's a barn
Man,
owl.
that's a good fucking owl.
I was
Just
pretty
by-
happy with it.
Just by
Yeah.
hand? Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
fucking
just,
good.
just scribbled it the night that we like made him up.
That's my owl sound.
Maybe
Good
don't
job.
spook him too bad. He's sleeping. Does it smell good? As if you go by, I'm gonna ask you like if the food smells good.
I don't have that sense. From what I'm
That's right.
understanding, my sense of sight and taste and smell and touch is all kind of one.
Well, it's gonna be good.
I'll smell
What
it.
about hearing? Do you hear?
Oh yeah, well yes, obviously somehow, but it comes through my vacuole holes. But you guys have holes, from my understanding.
What?
Yeah,
Hole.
we'll start talking about holes in our next anatomy
Yeah.
lesson.
You said a 14?
Yes, 14.
Okay. You slither up the inside of this tree trunk, going up and around to the third story where Mr. Albus resides in his little hole. And you peep over the edge, go in, you're about to grab for a feather, and all of a sudden these bright yellow eyes pop open and look at you. Woo! Woo!
What?
Who are you?
Sorry, didn't mean to wake you.
Well, you did.
What is it? Albus, you said? Well, you
Yes,
didn't
my
say.
name is Albus.
I was just telling you, I was coming up to say the food is almost done, so...
Are you a friend of Milo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been buddies since, yesterday.
And what's your name?
Oz, but, you can call me whatever you want.
It's nice to meet you, Oz. And puts out like a wing and shakes towards you.
Yeah. So, what are your regular sleeping hours, would you think? What do those look like?
God.
Well, I tend to sleep during the day. I am nocturnal.
Ah, interesting.
Didn't I give you some feathers?
I need one that's from a unconscious owl. If the owl is even remotely conscious, it will not work. Why? Magic, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
By the way, I'm wrong. I have been with a woman. I had a long-term girlfriend. Forgot about that part of my life.
Oops.
Oh, well.
Dated her for like two decades. Back in the day.
I'm gonna give you a little fist on the chest. Good job.
Thanks. Quest complete. On to my other quest.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, hold on a second. Maybe I do have a girlfriend.
I think you do. I don't remember.
I do. I went back and read my backstory. I was like, oh yeah.
It's at this point Milo brings out trays of steaming potatoes, roasted cabbages, seasons, not to perfection, but okay enough.
I even made a salsa out of like some tomatoes I had. I put it on the potatoes. And there's roots here. You can take the root. It's a cattail, and you open the root up. It's very sweet. You can eat it. It's really good. And I don't have like plates, so some of them are just like on rocks that are like not shaped to like be a plate, and like pieces of log and stuff. Like, oh, it's a bit dirty, but that's all right. I mean, it's all tastes good. Help yourselves.
I'm gonna pick
I'm
up
gonna be like
a whole cabbage and just shove it in. And it starts
Amim
dissolving.
is
Disgusting.
I'm gonna be
I'm like
like
about to take a bite and I see that and I'm like, I'm really hungry.
There's like purple potatoes and stuff too that are like kind of sweet and like a little bit gooey on the inside, almost like a dessert or something.
Boy, laddie, you got the potatoes, but no meat.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
You
have
said
any of that.
cattails. I thought you were cooking something.
Kyra's the only thing around here that might resemble a cat, but don't really eat much of that, to be honest. Albus isn't a big fan because he's got to eat mice, so he has to kind of go get his own food. I don't do much cooking for Albus, to be honest.
So at this point, Albus flies down and perches on your shoulder.
Oh, there he is. This is Albus. Albus, this is the gang.
Is
Nice to
Albus
meet you
like
all.
half the size of Milo?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably is like
Very small.
huge. I'm probably like leaning a little bit, like, all right, yeah. I made some food if you want any. I know you don't really partake. I don't have any mouse or anything like that, but you're welcome to eat whatever you want, Albus.
Milo, that green thing was creeping around my room when I woke up earlier. Just thought you should know. Be careful.
Can we hear it speak?
Yes.
Green.
Oh, that
This
was
thing,
awkward.
this
I'm
thing
like-
speaks better common than a Amim. And it's an owl.
Well, I had a wonderful teacher, Milo.
Really, because you speak better than him too.
That is true. He's pretty good. Pretty good. He's a very smart guy. He's got a lot of brains up there. Probably from eating mice. Maybe. It's kind of gross if you ask me, but I don't
Tell
know.
me, Albus, when you're sleeping, do feathers ever fall out of you? Like you just kind of shed some feathers?
Rarely. I pride myself on being prim and clean at all times.
Good for you.
I tend to pluck my feathers before they fall.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
That's yeah. Actually, I know a good service for feather plucking. Should you ever need one?
Oh, really?
Yes, actually, that is what my friend was trying to do when he was sneaking up to get you. He likes that sort of thing.
He doesn't know about women either.
Yeah.
Milo, was that green thing trying to perv on me?
I would say I'm more of a pearlescent bluish purple than a green, really.
Oh shit, sorry.
I say
forgot
that to
what color
Albus,
you are.
not you. I'm not correcting Will. I'm correcting Albus.
Well, I am colorblind, so
Oh shit.
So you just guessed? Pretty good guess.
You can see in shades. All right, guys. All right. Let's just eat some food and
All right.
just
Everyone's
have a good
hungry. We're
time.
being
Like,
a little.
I think we're all friends here. I
Little
mean, there's no
snappy.
reason to, you know, mock one another's eyesight and, you know, anatomy and whatever.
Good point.
I'm like shoving food in my face, even though it's not particularly tasteful to me.
me
just-
think my comment fine.
Letting out some belches in between.
What'd you say, Tony?
Oh, just before Amim eats, he says like to himself, like, me think my comment fine, and he like just starts scarfing down.
It's pretty good. So there's a small pond over there if you want to like wash up and kind of refresh yourselves. I'll make some beds and kind of get a nice place for you to sleep. I figure we're gonna sleep here tonight. Should be safe. Maybe Albus could keep watch and let us know if anything's anything's wrong.
I gotta go
yeah.
take this call real quick. I'll be right back.
Wait.
And what do you guys want to do?
Joe Boo needs a refill.
Me eat as I just go back to like destroying the food you've made.
Amim, you should play us some music.
Like I have half what was it? Purple potato? Purple
Yeah, like
potato?
what are those called? Like a taro root? Yeah.
I have a taro root like falling out of my mouth. I'm like, me not good.
Oh,
Well, that's you
That's
like
not
it though,
true.
right? You said you like music, singing.
didn't we hear him play?
Yeah, Oz and I heard
No,
some
that was
beautiful
me playing
music.
for him.
Right. Yeah, that's right. It was
I can hit
awesome.
you with the
But
pitch
you'd be
pipe
good.
again if you need it.
Me not know how, but me want to learn.
Oz, you should teach him.
You talking playing the pipes, or are you just talking singing?
Me want both. Me like, how do you say?
Flute?
Flute?
Yeah, I think so.
This is a pan flute. It's a similar concept.
Like grab it. Like, what's the size difference? Like, is it small? Is it a
No,
large
it's a
flute?
regular one. It does have.
So
I
I just
have
have it.
shoved it partially into my body, so it's got a little gooiness around the
Does it have
rims.
goop on it?
Yeah, a little bit.
So you just constantly leaving like a trail of slime behind everywhere?
That's how I like to imagine it.
People just like, oh yeah, we're sneaking away, and there's just this goop trail.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
well,
point.
wait a second. Yeah.
We just
wait.
like pick you up to carry you places,
Yeah.
so we don't leave a trail ever.
Dripping occasionally.
I'm
We
a real
visit like a
drippy
king's
guy,
palace.
okay?
You're just like gooing the place up.
Legendary.
Is it like an effort to like shrink your size, or like to push yourself through a small hole? Like, is that something that takes a lot of effort?
No, I always kind of just, cause like I just kind of think of it as like I don't have like a set bodily position, so like anything I just
Water.
morph into is just yeah. I'm just, you know,
So if you don't like think about it, you just become a blob.
yeah. Like I have to forcibly sort of reinforce these certain positions of my outline to keep me in that single shape.
So when you're sleeping, you are literally a
It
puck.
just I bubble sometimes on occasion.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find like a log and kind of like a old log and just kind of like hollow it out. Be like, well, this could hold you tonight. You could sleep in that pretty good.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
slip
mean,
away.
I don't have a problem with being a puddle, but I have known some people who have slipped in me before, so that's never fun.
Does that hurt you?
No, but it's just real embarrassing. I don't want to get into it.
Could be a bit
Okay.
awkward.
It's a bit awkward.
Well, I'm going to sleep. I need rest and my spells back.
Yeah.
I think in the morning I'll go through my journals more carefully.
As everyone heads off to bed, unless there's anything anyone would still like to do. No, okay. The sun goes down. Forest becomes alive with the chirps of cicadas and insects, crickets everywhere. A very soothing rhythm as you all drift away. Apoy, go ahead and roll me a percentile die, please.
13.
A 13. Okay.
Lucky number
Uh,
13.
With 13, you dream tonight. At first, there's just darkness, floating in a sea, an abyss of black. Then you hear a ticking sound, seemingly coming from everywhere and nowhere at the same time, filling the void around you, but only in your head. It goes on and on. And as you begin to float, your body turns around, and below you, you can see you've been resting atop a giant clock, ticking away, seemingly counting down towards something. And as it drifts out of your view,
Do I say any numbers? How much? times on left on the clock, or
You do not see a specific time. It just
Okay.
seems to be counting down. It's a giant clockwork thing with different pieces moving and gears turning. And as you drift away, it starts to drift out of your view and erupts into flames. And that's when you wake up. And the rest of you wake as well, having perhaps more restful nights than avoided.
great news, everyone. I've been given a gift, a dream. It will surely lead us to our victory. I dreamt I was floating in a darkness, a sea of black. I heard this rhythmic sound, tick tock, back and forth, and it seemed like it surrounded me, it enveloped me. And I floated, turned over, and I saw what looked to be a gigantic clock of some kind, operated by gears, turning and ticking, counting down towards something. And as I awoke, it erupted into flames. Do you think it could be related to these cogs?
The cog imagery and the ticking clock down to fire. It's not a good sign.
Perhaps we were being too naive with this situation. Maybe this is a bigger deal than we'd made it out to be.
It's a lot more responsibility than I was hoping for, you know, the whole world's at stake.
Like I said, if it wasn't a dream, I wouldn't have thought anything of it, but it's clear that we're being called to this. At least I must go.
I'm gonna go find the box that was like moving, and bring it out as this conversation's going on. You're muted, Will.
Sorry, can you repeat what you just said?
As he says that he feels like he was called and that he's gonna go do it, I'm gonna run and like grab that box and bring it back out.
Absolutely. Easy enough for you to drag out. And it rests on the ground before you. As the sun hits it, this seal, like, basically carves itself into the box, and where there was once no opening, now it can be opened.
This box right here says that when there's a call, it needs to be answered, right? I think it says something like that. So I'm in.
Fantastic.
Good
What did we
enough
do
for
with
me.
the orb? Did we give the orb to that guy or something?
No. I got it right here. Like no. That's like what?
Good
No.
point.
Did request it and say it was an important relic.
And you
I'm glad we
stiffed
didn't
it.
give it to him.
Nope.
Nice.
That was smart.
Yeah, good call.
Did he tell us to like come back? I don't remember what the hell happened.
Yeah,
Didn't he say
I'll
something
recap.
about? Yeah. Go ahead. Please do.
He said a lot of things. He said all the stuff about the world being on giant gears that keep like gravity and space and time all working together. He said that there was some strange disturbance in reality, and he felt like everything was getting pulled together, and that the central cog, if operated by him, could keep it at bay for a while. But not indefinitely, he feared. He told you to go and seek what caused this and find a solution, or see if you can find the mistress who might have more information about it. And he said he at one point met Necrax. Necrax had gone down to the central cog in search of something, and that was the gist of it, unless I'm forgetting something too.
Okay, so it wasn't like, hey, you guys should come back here tomorrow. That's good.
No, it did not read like that at all.
Okay, awesome. So we need to find out more information, and we have no leads. Perfect. Is the box still moving? Maybe the box is moving somewhere else now.
Well, didn't we determine that the electricity guy and the box and a lot of the knights or like the robot people all had that same tuning fork insignia upon them?
Correct.
And
Yes.
don't
As
we
did
also
the
know?
altar and everything.
Yeah. Don't we
seemed to
also know
be-
that? Go ahead.
It seemed to be a symbol for whatever order they're a part of.
Yeah, and didn't Oz say that he knew someone in the like facility that he came from originally that like had that same exact tuning
Well, he
fork?
got like abducted by someone with the tuning fork, right?
Oh, is that right? Is that what happened?
Something like that. Oz.
Yeah, I saw a guy with a tuning fork.
Was he your friend or was he?
No, he was trying to grab me. Real
Oh, shit.
aggressive like. And then he took
Okay.
off with a guy I knew. Kidnapped him.
Right.
I don't know where he went. Teleported
So-
with that tuning fork.
So that same guy that tried to grab you is like potentially working with the lightning guy and the mistress if they're all part of the tuning fork gang. Right? So we don't even know whether their like intentions are necessarily good or evil. Am I the only one getting that vibe? Like that we're just like we don't really know their intentions fully?
I don't think you understand. I had a dream last night that was extremely clear. We need to help them.
That dream was clear. It seemed a bit vague to me.
No, I think it was quite clear.
Are you sure you even had a dream?
So we need to help them. All right, that sounds good. How do we find them?
Great question. That's why I want to figure out where the box is. It's still moving around.
I think it's moving towards the car.
Right as you say that, it flips itself over in the same direction it's been going this whole time,
Which is back towards the crater, right?
which is towards the crater, which is over the...
The cog, the central cog thing.
Yep.
Oh, fuck's sake. I have
Right.
a dream about 3 dwarvish women.
Oh,
We ought to
I'd
go
like-
that direction.
I would like to hear more about Fedor's dream, if that's okay.
Oh. Well, let me tell you what, laddie. I didn't have any clothes on to start.
Good start.
So does that
So I
mean
think.
we're prophesized to encounter 3 dwarven women? You know, how do you... I'm not doubting you. I'm just curious, you know, how do you know these dreams are 100% of the time real hitters, you know?
Great question. So, for one, they've never led me astray before. My second point of evidence is that I dreamt of a place. I'd never been there, never seen it before, and then I dreamt how to find it, and I went there.
All right, yeah, that sounds pretty legit. I'll give you that.
Well,
I also dreamt of 2 cats in a leaky tap.
oh yeah.
Found them
You're
immediately.
talking.
My dreams are certainly prophetic. There's no doubt about that.
My dreams never come true. Especially about 3 dwarven women.
Let's see.
So what would you guys like to do?
That is a good question. So, if we go to Green Guard, that's where Oz came from, right? Green Guard.
Yeah,
So
it's an option. I was also thinking I have an ability to like find information. I forget what it's called here.
From the one from the sage background, like researcher or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I can like find some information for us. I need to like go to like a library or something.
Yeah.
So
Which
that's
you
another
did
option.
already ask, and they're the only libraries that people know of in Redreach are like legal texts owned by government officials.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you
Maybe.
attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you not know that information, you often know where and from whom you can obtain it.
Yeah,
Like a
that's
library, scriptorium, university, or a sage. So, do I know where I might be able to find any more information on the central cog? Or on the whatever the hell it's called?
cool. The tuning fork gang.
Tuning fork gang, exactly.
They're
Yes.
identified as such in the texts. I'm
Official
However,
title,
your
yes.
DM might rule that the knowledge you seek is secreted away in an almost inaccessible place, or simply cannot be found.
I would say this is all pretty secret knowledge. However, you do know that the Academy, the Papston Academy for the Arcane and Sorceress Arts in Isbeth, has a very extensive library that is widely regarded to have the most complete collection of arcane slash fabled slash religious information in the land. You don't know if it'll be there, but
Yeah. Do you have to be a registered magic user to go there?
one would think. Hold on.
Not a
I
big
don't want to speak
fan of
too
the
fast.
functionary.
I'm always telling my friend to get registered with the functionary, and he sounds like you. He doesn't like him either.
Really?
Yeah, why does everyone hate them so much? I thought maybe it's nice to, get a little order and some things.
Well, think about it this way. What if they were like, oh, you're one of these ooze people? That means you need to get a number. You're number 38 ooze. We're going to round up all the oozes now and put them in camps based on their numbers. And then kill them.
Oh,
That's sort of how I imagine it.
oh, I was with you for a
Well, that
bit.
doesn't sound good, but I mean, I do think magic is bad.
What?
People use it.
Whoa, hold
typically,
on.
not good.
It's
Hold
bad.
on!
All of it.
I mean,
I damn near saved our lives yesterday with magic.
well,
That fog cloud. You can't.
that's true.
Unless
Yeah.
you
Fedor as
unless you
well.
have your a
Was
half
that magic
pipe,
though? Was
you're
that
not
magic?
gonna want to
Yes.
smoke that.
That was
that-
definitely magic.
It seemed a bit more like nature to me. But I mean,
Well, you want to know what?
I could be
Maybe
wrong.
nature is magic.
Maybe.
No, magic's a different thing.
All I know is
My
that
bad.
these woods have been peaceful for years, but a long time ago, a witch came about, started messing shit up, killing creatures, making the woods really bad. There was some type of demon thing in the woods chasing me around. Not good. I didn't kill it, but the alligator did, and
Oh.
I can tell you that when magic's about, things don't work out.
Well, let's kill this witch. She's obviously using the arcane arts in an evil way. I would
Well-
never do such a thing.
It is good. I don't know where she's at. I did see her crow, like a couple days ago, but I don't know if she's here or if she's nearby. I don't know.
Well, if you
She
do
was-
see your crow, just point it out to me. I'll blast it.
To be honest, though, she showed up. The crow showed up, which is her crow, showed up the same day the orb showed up, and it seemed like he was trying to get the orb, and haven't seen him since. So maybe they're gone.
And if we see him again, I'll blast him.
Maybe she's the mistress.
All right, so I'm making a list here of our to-do list.
Mhm.
Number one, bring old maps to road time. That one we got to get done sooner or later.
What?
That's it's just something we got to do. All right.
I don't.
What is
I'm
it?
not familiar
What?
with the words you
Yeah,
said.
time out. Hold on, time out. What?
I met this guy. You see this cool like wrist neck or bracelet thing I've got? It's like a cool like snake. Rotan gave me this. Cool guy, big fan of him. Has an awesome boat.
Oh.
A very luxurious man. And he says that these maps lead to secret artifacts of great power and beauty. So we got to bring him some maps. That's number one on my list right
Sure. Number one.
Where's he at?
now. Redreach.
And he's got a boat.
Well, technically, he moves around. He like goes other places, but he's in Red Reach Port right now.
Because we
selling-
could take his. Maybe we took his boat down to Isbith.
I'm not sure if he'd be okay with that, but if we brought him some maps, maybe, yeah. He likes maps a lot.
He's your friend, right?
Yeah, good friend. Well, one of my better friends. Like,
There
you
you
guys are, like, pretty good. He's like top of the line friend. Number 2, fix clock stuff. That's
Clock
right
stuff
up there.
needs fixed.
Yeah.
Number 3, I can't tell you guys, but it's the most important so far.
Well, then why did
Number-
you
Come
even
on.
name it?
That's not-
Why'd you
that's not
even let
fair.
us know that
That's-
it was there?
Number
Come
4,
on.
kill
I
witch
gave you-
for Milo.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
Number 5, catch cats. 5
Number
objectives
5
already.
is catch cats.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Number
Don't forget.
like 2 should be catch cats.
Fuck, 5?
Okay,
The
I'll
cog
bump
business
I'll bump,
is important,
bring-
but it's big.
You're forgetting a
it's more
couple things.
encompassing. We got to get the
Okay.
smaller stuff first.
You're forgetting
right.
2 important things. We gotta understand Almond. Almond.
Oh,
We gotta-
good
we
one.
gotta- get
And
him.
we have to teach him how to play the flute too.
Yeah.
Put that top of the
All right.
list.
And we
Ah,
gotta
teach
find.
on.
We gotta find women. Cause that.
Put that at the above that. Above that.
I'm gonna put find women question mark. We're not sure about that one.
well,
I'm gonna
2,
put that one
2
at the
for
very
Fedor,
bottom of the
right?
list.
Not 3, 2.
Need to find a wee woman for you, lad.
All right,
Every
let's-
time you
let's-
guys talk about women, you can see me get excited, but I don't know like why we're all
You start,
excited
like,
about
jiggling
women.
or
I'm just
something?
like, I'm like, yeah, cool. I can't
Oh.
wait. No idea
Oh.
why.
Oh, it's got a little bit of morning ooze there.
No, I just
Jesus
ooze all the time.
Christ.
Really.
All right, now I'm gonna put them in order of most important things to do right now.
So women
Um,
top, women
Yeah.
top, flute second, the rest of the shit. There we go.
To answer your question, Apoy, you do believe to get access to the academy that you have to be registered, as the functionary has a huge presence in Isbith. Basically, the main draw to Isbith is this magic academy, and it's like a city of mages, essentially. However,
Sounds dangerous.
you do also know that the headmaster of the school has been getting into a lot of controversy recently over free use of magic, coming out against the functionary.
Like him.
You're not sure if that will trickle itself down to library access, but that has been reported.
I'm gonna get some breakfast on. I'm gonna go like whip up a quick breakfast for everybody. I don't know what it's gonna be, but
So starting from number 2, bring old maps to Rotan. Still right up there at the top. Number 3, catch cats. Bumped cats to 3. Number 4 is now fix clock stuff / find out more info at the library of the academy. Number 5, kill witch. 6, understand Amen better. 7, teach Amen the flute.
why
And
isn't
8,
that 1?
maybe find women.
8
Yeah.
women.
8
What's
women,
1?
yes.
What's number 1?
That's the one that
I'm
it's
gonna.
more long term.
We're gonna
I
argue
kinda
all
think
morning about
making-
where
I
each
think-
point should be.
I'm like shouting from my kitchen in the tree now. We should be able to understand Almim. That should be number 1, right? Communication is key.
Right, so the women can
Communication.
understand.
We can
Amen.
already understand
Move
them. It's
move
about
women
understanding
to
them
2.
better. You know, if we couldn't understand them at all, that'd be number 1 for sure. But we could deal with this for like at least a couple weeks.
I think that's fucked up.
So what's the secret thing? It's number 1 on the list. We can't know it.
Definitely got to swat.
It's my
that one.
quest.
Yeah.
You've all joined me on.
But it's a secret?
It's not a secret, but
Typical.
it's sort of like a more long-term goal. You know, we don't want to get too
Too bogged down
You know.
here with the, there's a lot to do.
exactly. If we're thinking about that all the time, we might not ever kill this witch for Milo.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I shouted from the kitchen, like chopping fruit in there.
So does anyone have any old maps? That's right up there.
Well, I have a world map. Or this continent map. That's about it.
How old is it?
I bought this like probably last week.
Doesn't sound very old. Don't think Rotan wants it. I appreciate the offer, though. Rotan would also appreciate that. You should go check out Rotan. He might just give you something for free. Like this, I didn't pay for this. Just gave it to me. Cool guy.
Yeah, people gave me stuff for free in Green Guard all the time, like rocks and fish guts and stuff. It was great. We should go there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
Okay. Well, if we're following our to-do list, catch cats is right up at the top. So maybe we should try and do that. We don't have any leads. This is a big problem. We have all these things to do, and not a lot of information on how to do them.
So like I said, unless we can find something else, my only lead is I have a scorned ex-criminal partner of theirs who recruited me in Green Guard. So I bet he'd want to find them too, to be honest.
Okay. Down. Where's my horse? Did I keep it here?
You got a
Yeah.
horse?
Yes.
Of course I have a horse.
You did.
You don't have a
Okay.
horse?
I forgot about your horse. We'll just say your horse made it with you.
We haven't seen the
Is your
horse,
horse-
in 4 sessions, I think.
Your horse technically got fogged. You
To
left
be
it right
honest-
outside the crater.
When I came back, remember when I made the trip back to my house and then came back to you guys and somebody said like, "Did you bring the horse back?" And then Logan said, "You better have." And then I never answered that question and we just moved on. So I kind of imagined I had left the horse tied to the tree with Aldous.
Perfect.
So there. I do know the sheriff in Redreach. Maybe he could like help out, kind of give us a lead, see if he's seen any shady figures in town, people with the tuning forks or something. Or I don't know. I can help.
Probably worth a shot. Where are we right now? Are we east of Red Reach?
I think we're southeast. I think.
Southeast? of
Let me
Red
look at my
Reach?
map.
I bring you guys all these like really big chopped up like apples covered in cinnamon for breakfast.
Ooh.
You are southeast.
Like halfway to Green?
We're probably already
Guard?
halfway to Green Guard.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think we're. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea.
a
To be
good
honest.
third of the way to Green Guard.
Also,
Well, if we're gonna go to Green Guard anyway, we shouldn't backtrack all the way to Red Reach then.
All right.
Might as
yeah.
well go to Green Guard, then if we don't find anything there, come back to Red Reach afterwards.
Yeah.
and if we don't
that
find
makes
anything about the cats, there's still the arena, or there's 3 arenas in Green Guard, so...
God, that's cool. Yeah, let's go to Green Guard.
That sounds cool. Could do that.
And why are you shaking your head? You don't like cool arenas and stuff?
Me hate arenas.
He was a slave, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, mate. Hand him an apple. But now you're a free man. You got an apple.
Now you
It's
can
good.
fight in the arena just for
Me run away.
from the arena.
From
Or-
Green Guard?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Okay, that's another variable that we did not consider. So if they were to see you, like, you know, would you get recaptured? Maybe killed. You know.
Me. Maybe.
It's not a good answer.
It's not
Okay.
good. Not good.
Well, that changes things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't really have any way of making you look different than you are. Well, what do you guys think?
Why are you being, are you a criminal for running away? Like,
Me.
you didn't do anything wrong, right?
Me. Fight in pit. Me. Kill. Which is no. Me go away.
Oh, so you're like a murderer.
Yep.
It's not good.
Oh.
Well, that's no. Now listen. He,
I mean,
they
I
were
could see why.
Milo. They were in the pit. Things. They both. The risk was known.
Things got out of hand.
It's nobody's fault.
Right, that makes sense. Okay.
But give us more of the story. How did this happen?
Me want to sing to people.
Beautiful.
And
they not?
Sound more like a
Me-
serial killer, to be honest.
Me like audience,
Yeah. Doesn't
more
sound so
violent, more cheer.
bad. So you to hype up the audience, you murdered someone.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's
That's
pretty dark before breakfast. Or during breakfast, I guess.
This is gonna be a
Me
weird
okay.
afternoon.
Fedor, you probably killed someone, right?
Yeah.
Who hasn't killed someone here? Besides me, I haven't killed.
Well,
Right. The fact that we even have to ponder it shows that we really don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what's the worst that can happen? One murder, two murders.
Especially
they
in
wouldn't
this,
recognize you.
in this
You're
day and
not-
age.
You are a little tall and scaly, but I mean, you could fit right in
Me-
there, right?
Me not sorry.
Well, I can see that. Yeah, that was not ever in question. You are not at all apologetic for the murder you committed.
They bad.
Well, that's fair.
That's
See,
that's a good
in
reason
this
to kill
day and
someone.
age, you run into so many bad people that want to kill you. It's just what you have to do, really. I haven't done it, but I'm ready for it, probably.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, to get my quest accomplished, I will happily murder thousands if necessary. I mean, no questions asked. So I think we're all on the same page. We're all ruthless, bloodthirsty killers.
Well,
I'm gonna get a bit more food, and I'm kind of been pondering all this and go back into my house.
So is Gringard a no then?
look,
Or like a maybe?
I say we go to Green Guard, and if they have an issue with you, we'll stand up for you.
We'll start attacking the guards of the town.
No, but we'll stand up for him. We'll tell him that he's going to come in and that the rules of the arena are very clear that it could mean death. You didn't do anything wrong.
Is that right? Or,
Oh no.
Killing bad.
Yeah.
They outlaw that.
that is a good point.
Long
Killing
ago.
is.
Well, but it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're not the first person to do it.
I think I am. Since
Oh, that's
Oh,
really
shit.
bad.
Outlaw.
That's
Fuck.
not good. Oh, that's a lot worse. Okay.
me could be wrong though.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, it's not a regular occurrence by any stretch of the imagination. So,
Nope.
all right. Well, I think we need to get him like a big cloak.
We could disguise him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna take off my not Peter Pan, my Robin Hood little pointy feathered cap. I'm gonna give it to you.
Me famous.
Oh, you're famous.
Oh no.
Me named Toxic Sludge.
Toxic sludge. That's a really cool fighting
I've been
name.
called that before.
Me not like it.
You're actually more like Toxic Sludge than him. So you're famous. You have like a following there.
They know me.
Cool, man. I'm gonna be famous one day, like worldwide famous.
Yep.
So, is Green Guard off the table then?
Gosh, it sounds like we shouldn't at least bring him there. I mean,
Well, I have a house on the outskirts of town. Maybe you could just come with us and then we'll drop you off outside. Make sure nothing bad happens to you.
Me go Green Guard.
all right then. That'll.
We kill Doom.
Doom?
Doom?
Doom.
All right, I'm adding it to the list.
What
putting
is
it-
that?
Me fight Doom. Lots.
Okay, so do we think
She's
this is
strong.
more important than fixing the clock, but less important than catching cats? Certainly doesn't rival bringing old maps to Rotom.
Under cats, above clocks.
All right, under cats above clocks, we got it.
Uh,
Kill
Me,
Fuck Doom.
Yeah, Doom
me
sucks.
think
Now we are literally going to
Doom.
murder this person. You've already murdered one person. I assume that the penalty doesn't get much worse thereafter, but it probably doesn't get much better either. Are we? I mean, if we get caught doing this, are we all going to go to jail, but then potentially be like killed ourselves?
I don't know how I
Me-
feel about that.
Doom, my nemesis.
I get that and everything, but I'm personally no problem murdering him. That's not where my issues are arising. It's more the potential implications of what's going to happen to us because we killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Make a compelling
point.
point.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we slotted in there. Kill Doom. Two of our things are now just to murder someone that I've never met. So we're well on our way to being a good adventuring party.
You
To
made
be
a
fair,
to-do
we-
list, you ended with a hit list. It happens.
At least we got some good ones in there. We're catching the cats. That's not killing anything. Fixing the clock stuff. Teaching Amim the flute.
That's
We don't have to
dangerous.
kill the witch. I mean, as far as I care, if she's gone, don't have to worry about her.
Okay, I'll change it to kill or get rid of the witch.
Maybe she's already left. Maybe she just is gone for good and decided to change her life and do good from now on. Maybe that's a bit naive of me to think, but I don't know. Killing her seems a bit extreme, maybe?
I'll highlight it in gray because we might have already completed it.
Right, yeah, maybe she moved on. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about killing someone, but
Yeah, can you give us like some more reasons why we might need to kill this person besides you just don't like them? Like, did they like, do some like bad stuff? I mean, you definitely have done some bad stuff, so we're kind of already like, should we take your side?
Me fight Doom lots. They good.
You good at fighting?
they?
Was it multiple people?
Nope.
Okay, that's nice at least. Do they have like an entourage, friends we should be worried about?
Me had captor. They maybe.
Yeah, maybe a captor. Okay, well, not only would we be killing it, we'd probably be like taking that guy's property away, so it's probably like a whole nother offense. Well, breakfast was good. I think might as well get started, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, and you guys are heading to Green Guard.
Yes. I'm
Okay,
bringing
is-
Rashim.
Sounds good. It is about another half day away. So as you make your way down the main road, which is where I assume you travel unless you'd like to do otherwise, I need someone to roll me a D100.
I have one of those. I can do that. Where is it? I can
Oh
find
yeah.
it. Oh no, I can't find it. Oh, here it is.
That's not good.
Got it. Got it. All right.
That's...
That is an 89.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh shit.
That's not good.
Yeah. It's probably not going to be like, oh, and you arrive peacefully into the Green Guard.
I'm sure he's just looking to see what magic item we stumble upon.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or old maps.
How many women
So,
we encounter?
A crate full of maps
How many
and
dwarven
dwarven
women
women.
Yeah.
18 bitches fall from the sky.
It's like that Key and Peele skit or whatever.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my
exactly
God,
what it
yeah.
12 titties. Yeah, 12 titties fall out.
I rolled to slap his dick off.
I slapped that
That's a
hobbit's dick
natural
off.
20.
Yeah. He is very agile and will be very hard to hit.
That's
Nat 20.
Rolled a natural 20 for titties. It's the perfect titties.
Yeah. I slapped that hobbit's dick off.
Okay. About half a day later, you roll up and reach the gates of Greengard.
Didn't expect that.
Oh, yes.
And that's it.
That's the
Will,
session. Good job,
Will
guys.
just leaves like.
Wait, are we trying to go through the gates? Shouldn't we take him to your house first?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
no, we're taking him in, aren't we? We're just going for it.
I have
Not
no
even
idea.
like trying to
I did not
disguise or
come up
anything.
with this plan, so this is on you.
He's
guys.
apparently famous. I mean, this is going to be horrible for us.
We're his entourage now.
I'm already planning my escape. Like, I've forgotten you guys exist.
For those of you who have not been to Greengard before, there is an enormous singular stone wall that covers the front of the city around three sides, with the fourth side being the water. It is huge, stretching up into the sky, and you can see like different battlements carved into it and different murder holes at different locations. It seems very well fortified, with a soldier at pretty much every opening that you can see. Those of you who have been here before, you do notice that there are more guards than usual here. It seems like, normally about half of these positions would be manned at any given time, but right now it seems like every single one is manned, and the full force of the Green Guard army is currently at play, for whatever reason. But there is a line of people going into the city, and you are not stopped. And managed to make your way into the city just fine. What would you guys like to do on the inside?
Before this, we established that I'm like kind of like I know a bunch of people. Every time I come to the city, I give everyone a wave and stuff. So as we're sort of walking in, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, howdy, Steven, how you doing?" I didn't mean to say your name. I just thought of a random name, and it happened. Stuff like that to try to ease.
He's like, "Hey, what up?"
Yeah, and multiple people do greet you back.
Oh, you're
Perhaps
famous too.
distracting a little bit from the giant.
No, it's just that when they need when their pipes get clogged, or when there's like a rat or something, I come on in, I dissolve it for them. So I'm just a handy guy to have around.
You have like a career here in Greengard?
No, it's more just doing it to be nice. It's nice to help out people.
I respect that.
And then
Pretty
people give
good.
me stuff for it. It's cool. I get trinkets. All right, so where are we trying to head here? Are we trying to meet up back with my guy, my connect?
Yes. At least
Okay.
I think so.
So I don't remember. Oh, is there an orphanage here?
I mean, there is.
Because I think he told him to meet me back. Sorry, I think he told me to meet him outside of the orphanage.
That doesn't sound right.
You sure?
Oh, I thought you were talking about what's his name? The hippo. No. Yes, he did tell you.
I don't know if I
Hippo.
got the goblin's name. I'm thinking like Dev? Is it Dev?
It sure is Dev.
Dev the Goblin, classic. Okay, yeah. I believe
No.
Dev told me to meet him outside of the orphanage.
He did, and he said he would be there at 12 o'clock sharp
noon,
every
yep.
day. Unfortunately, it is past noon at this point, because it takes half a day to get here.
Sorry, Dev. Alright, so Dev's probably not going to see us today. Maybe if we go around to the arena, which is, I don't know if that's likely, we could run into him, but for now we have a day in Greengard.
All right. Well, we can try and kill Doom. That's our other objective while we're here.
Yeah, can I go over to, and I don't know how far this is, sorry if I'm just, like, running all over town here. Can I go to, like, that sort of market street, and can I go see, is it Boulder? Yeah.
Easy enough. The fish market.
Yeah.
Yes. It is. Yeah, it's easy enough to get over there. And passing through, you get many people who recognize you here. And the occasional person, without even asking, just throws fish chunks at you. And you stroll your way all the way down to the end of the line, and there you find Mr. Boulder himself.
Boulder! Hey,
For those of you who have not met Boulder before, he is a hulking earth genasi, seemingly made entirely out of salt.
Nice.
That's so sick. I love Boulder already.
guys, this is Boulder. Boulder, these guys.
All right.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. Did you come for fish? I got the best cuts around.
Yes. Let me see if I have any money. Yes.
That is usually helpful in making transactions.
I would like a very thin strip of your most expensive fish. How much would that cost?
Oh, only a gold piece.
Yes, that.
That's a pricey fish, though.
A very thin, you said?
However much a gold piece gives me.
All right. He ends up slicing you off basically half of this fish. This long. I mean, it's you guys aren't here, so you can't see, but probably a 2-foot long fish. It's got these gray scales and this mucousy slime that covers it.
Oh, delicious mucousy slime. All right.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to want to fry the fish in its own mucus for the best flavor.
Oh, I can't just eat it raw?
Well, you could. It might be fatal, but you could.
It may be. It might.
Munch fish is known for being poisonous until cooked to the perfect temperature. But they say when properly cooked, it is the best tasting fish you will ever have.
Is it very difficult to cook?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm not going to take this then. Is there a much easier fish that I can
Wait
just
a
eat?
second. I'm gonna like come up behind a boy and say, maybe we could feed that to Doom. Just a thought. I don't know. Up to you. It's your money.
All right, I'll take the poison
That's
fish.
a good point.
1 munch fish, 1 gold coin. And here, this is free. And he takes out a little like pouch, and he sort of rubs his fingers together, and salt pours in, and he sort of seals it up.
Nice.
There you go.
That Boulder
For flavor.
touch.
Nice.
Boulder, I actually came around not for fish guts, but I was looking for some information.
Well, I have something for you as well.
What?
Yeah. First of all, I was hoping you'd come around again soon, because I'm just overflowing with fish guts here, man.
Well, give me the fish. I'll take the fish guts, Boulder.
Just picks up a bucket of fish guts and pours it onto Oz.
Oh, like right? You mean just like right? Okay. I'm gonna start dissolving. I've tried to focus on it to go faster.
And he's not good with women.
And look what I was able to score for you.
Is it an octopus tentacle?
It's an octopus tentacle.
God, Boulder,
This was not easy to come by. Not many people catch octopus around here.
Boulder,
But you're dealing with the best.
you are. Do I owe you for that? Did I pay for this beforehand?
I
don't
believe you.
remember.
I believe you paid me.
I thought
Yes.
so too. Well, you want to
Yes.
know what, Boulder? Because you're the goddamn best, I'm gonna slap down another gold piece.
Hey, thanks.
I'm gonna go up next to Milo after he makes that woman comment, and I'm like, "Oh, Milo, I'm afraid that octopus is the only puss he's gonna get."
I like try to hold in my laughter.
You said you're looking for information?
Yeah, you know anything about a guy named Doom?
Are you talking about the Doom? Or just Doom?
No, definitely just Doom. Yeah, you couldn't be the Doom.
Couldn't be the
No,
same guy.
Wouldn't be him.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the guy.
I don't know anything about just Doom, but
Then the other guy. Tell me about him.
I'm gonna feed this guy the poison fish.
But hell, everyone knows about the Doom. And it's not a guy, it's a lady. Little gnomish lady. I'm surprised you haven't seen her before. She's famous.
Shit.
Oh, with the
People say she might
knives
be
in her
nice.
hair.
I kind of perk up a little
With the
bit. Like,
knives in her hair, that's the one.
That's Doom.
Some people say she's got a great chance at being the next mayor of Greenguard.
Oh, she does. I saw her fight. She's the best I've ever seen. And I look back at.
oh, good.
Yeah, gotcha.
Assassinating
Right.
the future mayor. Oh,
Right.
Huh.
Yep, she did not tell me her name. Oh, she did say of Ivana the Doom. I totally forgot about that.
Indeed.
God, that's a cool name.
That is pretty sick. Okay, well,
You seen any people with tuning forks on their clothes around?
Nope.
Yeah, pretty weird
Thank-
question, I know.
A lot of people come through the fish market. I could keep an eye out for the right price.
What's the right price?
How important is this person to you?
Not very important at all.
5 silver. We'll call it a day.
Done.
I'll let you know if I see anything, but I won't look too hard.
this is
Thank
why
you,
we came to you,
pieces.
Boulder. Everybody say thank you to Boulder. Boulder's cool.
Thank
I
you,
like him.
Boulder.
Thanks, Boulder.
Think.
You're welcome, guys.
Thanks, Boulder.
I used that as an opportunity to distract everyone while I shovel fish guts into my backpack.
Go.
Well, look, I don't
Go
I
on.
don't know where maybe you want to go from here, but if we're gonna run into Doom, it's probably gonna be at the arena. It's probably gonna
You
be
mean
at
the Doom?
yeah, probably the Doom, old Ivana.
It's gonna be really hard to assassinate her at the arena, I think.
At the Lord's Proving.
That's a cool name for an arena, too.
Well, it's where they choose their lords.
Me don't think she be there. Me think she go to Warrior Wound.
How often
But we-
does she fight? Is it like a pretty regular thing?
Me don't know.
How often did you fight?
Lots.
Uh-huh.
Was it at the Warrior's Wound where you fought as well?
Only.
Yes, I was mistaken. It was not at the Lord's Proving. I saw her at the Warrior's Wound.
Great.
Me fight her in Warrior's Wound. Like normal. No one blink an eye.
Well, remember the thing how you murdered that person? You think that might come up, or
Nope.
okay,
Oh, well.
no problem then. I personally wouldn't do it if I were you, but I will not stop you.
At this point, this conversation is interrupted as it seems there's a bit of commotion further down the fish market. You can see 2 guards, both like holding the arms of a younger man, brown hair. He's wearing like this chainmail armor. You can see they got hands on him, and they're dragging him away. He's shouting, "The Second Sons won't stand for this! We won't stand! We'll rise again like we did during the Hour of the Dragon! He is our champion, and he will return." They seem to be pulling him away, not paying attention to what he's saying.
Anybody make anything out of that?
Yeah, did anybody catch anything they knew? What do you say, the Second Son?
Second Sons. Also, Oz, I told you during their session 0, but you may have forgotten. The Hour of the Dragon was like this giant 3-way riot that happened in the city, like pretty much the night before you set out. It was inspired by a killing at the arena, which caused a bunch of gangs to start rising up.
Who
When
was
did
it
that
that
happen?
died? Yeah, what was that about? What were the circumstances of that death?
You didn't know too much because you didn't live in the city, you weren't there for it, but Boulder had mentioned it the morning you went into the city.
Cool.
It was yeah.
All right. Seems there's some political unrest here, just like Red Reach.
Yeah, there's crazies everywhere, unfortunately. It's kind of what I'm starting to figure out.
Yeah, good thing none of us are crazy.
Let's go try to kill that girl. Huh?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm in. It's if you get jammed up, we'll be by your side. We'll help. We'll figure this out. So I kind of like take a sort of bodyguard stance back into the side of Amim and just kind of like, I'm with you. Stand.
I have a super random question, Will. Remember the orb that was in the center of like the lightning guy that we saw last session?
Yes.
Is that similar to the orb that Milo has?
Uh, yes and no. They're similar in that they're both magical orbs. But there's nothing that you would look at them and immediately draw a connection between.
Right. Cool.
Other than them both being artifacts seemingly important to whatever organization this is.
Yeah. Nice. I was just copying over my notes and I saw that orb. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let Amma go crazy. Fuck it. I'm just gonna follow him around. What's the worst gonna happen? I just leave.
I'll do the same.
So we all just gonna let him kill this guy, or
Girl, right?
Small, gnomish girl, woman, Ivana the Doom.
Are there a lot of gnomes in these parts, or?
Just looking around, it seems like there's generally a pretty good mix of species.
Cool.
Where would you guys like to go?
I'm following Amim.
I think we're going to the pit.
Same.
I'm
Not
gonna
to
see.
be-
Are the? Mhm.
I was gonna say not to be a buzzkill. I'll probably have to go to bed pretty soon because I gotta get up pretty early. So.
Yeah, I
Just
was
heads
just
up.
wondering where you were going because I was actually going to
Okay.
say, and that's where we'll end it, and then I would have
Okay.
an idea for next time where you were going, so I could.
Don't
prep
tell him where
stuff.
we're going, so he has to guess.
I think it's
Yeah.
up to Amim, right? Are we just?
It's up
It
to
sounds like
Amim.
we're following Amim.
Mhm.
Sweet.
To the warrior's den. The warrior's wound. Sorry.
Okay.
That killed the moment.
Off to the warrior's wound, and as you set off past out of the fish markets, going down towards the warrior's wound, that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Cool.